the sunshine. We're having a little walk. Yeah, we just came outside for a minute or two. Going back in now, aren't we, Charlie, eh? So last night we watched another England match. They played... God, who did they play? We played the Czech Republic and we did win 1-0. Another goal by Raheem Sterling, which was set up very nicely by Jack Grealish, the Aston Villa star captain. The tough part now is that because we finished top of the group, we're going to have to play the likes of Portugal or Germany or France, the World Cup holders. It's never an easy run for England, is it? I need to learn to not be so negative. We could win. Anyway, last night we were woken up by all these shrieks that were going on outside. And it was these foxes that live in the woods opposite. I say foxes, these scrawny little things. They look almost like starved zombie dogs. Well, they'd cornered our cat Harry in our front doorway, and Harry's tail was huge with fright when we let him in. He shot upstairs and he kind of dove, not onto Marcus's bed, in it. He wanted to be under the blanket. He was that scared. And he stayed there all night. Didn't you, Harry? Harry, you were absolutely terrified, weren't you? Yeah. It's so good to see Anna. Woo! And you know what? We're gonna hug. Finally. Oh, this is so good to see Anna. It's been so long. I haven't really seen Anna since August last year when we met up in the park. I think I've seen her briefly. It was actually good to sit down and just, you know, have a bit of a conversation. So we're actually planning to go to London, aren't we, Anna? We're gonna go, yes? And have a day out. Go to London and see the Queen. Well, Princess Diana's wedding dress specifically. I kind of feel a lot less inclined to buy summer clothes because we're not going on our holiday now. So I don't like spending money on summer clothes. I'm probably not going to wear a heck of a lot. Oh my gosh, there is like a diversion here on a primary route between Solihull and Meriden from now till December next year. Oh my goodness. That's going to cause like major problems for people trying to get between Meriden and Solihull because you've now got to go all the way around. I don't actually come down this way that often myself, but you really do have to make quite a detour now to avoid the roadworks. Apparently they're redoing the bridge and they're going to be closing part of the motorway as well. That's going to be even worse. I don't know whose clever idea it was to shut a primary route like that for 18 months. Oh my gosh, the score now is 5-0 to Spain. Spain are totally whipping Slovakia out of the park with 5-0. Would it be too much to ask of England for a similar scoreline on Tuesday next week? With the 5 goals going to us, of course. So Boris Johnson met with the Queen today for the first time in forever. And the Queen apparently described Matt Hancock as poor man.
It's very nice to see you again.
Lovely to see you again. It's been 15 months. 15 months since we were last.
It's most extraordinary, isn't it?
It is.
I've just been talking to your Secretary of State for Health, poor man. He came for Privy Council.
Oh yes.
He's full of
Full of beans.
Yes.
I like how Boris Johnson interjected with, he's full of beans, not anything else. my gosh, there's some weird hostilities going on between the UK and Russia. One of our warships has entered their space.
And as you can see, just over there, we're already being shadowed by a Russian warship.
Oh my goodness. You know what, that Putin bloke, how is he still leader? He shouldn't be leader. He can't be trusted. Yeah, the boys have had their first injection this week at Aston Villa, so we went back there again so that they could have it, because they were doing walk-in appointments, and Connor had an appointment but Marcus didn't book. You just rocked up, didn't you, Mark?
Felt a bit achy after the day.
Yeah, I knew you were groggy because you went and slept instead of watching the football,
I know.
and that's not like you.
Yeah. No, it's good. Get your jab.
Indeed, yeah. In the end, we had to postpone our trip because there's just still too much uncertainty.
No roar of the engines, silent and static. Gatwick Airport had 69 passenger flights today. This time of year, pre-pandemic, they would have had between 800 and 900.
UK travel industry is desperate to see more people setting off on trips.
Yeah.
But it's not just about the UK's green list. It's also about which countries will let UK visitors in.
In America, they still have quarantine orders for international visitors. We don't know what level the traffic light system is going to be at for going to America. The boys have only had one jab. You're going to need two in order to do a lot of things from going forward now. We just didn't want to be held up with paying for testing, quarantining, and just the stress of going with it. I get stressed enough going to the airport as it is, making sure that I've got the right documentation. It's going to be even worse if we have to faff about not really knowing where we stand ahead of time. So we've put our trip back to March 2022.